Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, with a budget fast approaching that may well see far more interference in the way small businesses run, in order to ensure compliance and an overtly intrusive tax collection regime, and of course with the unemployment rights bill also about to hit, meaning that again more oversight and interference by the government in small businesses. It's rather telling, I think, that the Adam Smith Institute has run a poll that shows that 81% of Brits think the government should keep its nose out of how businesses run. Let the businesses run themselves. If governments were good at running business, they'd run a business instead of destroying an economy. We have evidence that they're shit at business, after all. Just look. But chance would be a fine thing, I suppose you could argue. But of course, it can't help itself. It wants to micromanage every aspect of our lives. And indeed, with businesses over 50 employees, it actually wants to put in political officers. This is not a lie. This is absolutely what is going to happen. They want to put in political officers into companies that have more than 50 employees, so that the businesses are operating in the way that the government sees fit, rather than in a way that would perhaps, be profitable. Oh, we can't do that. That's not the right thing to do. Screw that. But 78% of Labour voters agree the government should avoid interfering and meddling effectively, handcuffing, strangling, throttling small businesses. This comes as Labour's employment rights bill threatens, as I mentioned, it's going to bury small firms under tons of red tape. It's no surprise that so many firms are actually looking to move their operations abroad, and even where you need people actually physically in this country to do stuff, they will be held by proxy, effectively, and everyone will just work for an agency employed by the company, which will then base itself in, quote, pick a country of low taxation of your choice. Probably the the UAE is going to try there, or Dubai, or you name it, anywhere you like that's got low taxation. Anywhere that isn't Britain, basically. Ireland's a very popular choice, of course, because corporation tax there is very low, relatively speaking. But it's one of these things that it's going to destroy, not only destroy jobs, it's going to destroy recruitment for jobs, and especially young people. No employer is going to employ a young person, not when they know that day one they have to pay them the same as people who've been there for 20 years and who are far more experienced, and day two knowing that after one day they don't like it, they can go on mental cruelty or whatever, play that card and get 6 months full pay before anything can be done. Nope, that ain't gonna happen, is it? What's going to happen is anyone who's in their 30s with kids and a mortgage, they will be golden. They will be poached left, right and centre. They're going to be all right, Jack. Oh, come and work for us instead. We'll give you a percentage pay rise. Yay. But that's what's going to happen. Young people, never going to work. The Shadow Business Secretary, a man by the name of Andrew Griffiths, Tory, he says it proves that real people back small businesses right across the political divide, Labour and Tory and all the others, and that they all say that the government has no place in going into the workforce and forcing itself to, in there to change things and change policies and run businesses. And he says, quite true, you can see how badly the government, this current government, Labour government, haven't got a clue how businesses work. And he's right. The polling, surprisingly, also found that 89% of Labour voters think the government should prioritise policies to support small businesses rather than hinder them, and 50% of Labour voters believe Labour is anti-business. Labour voters. Reeves has got a very difficult juggling act on the 26th of November, because when she's reading out Torsten Bell's budget, she's got to consider whether this is worth the flack that she personally is going to get for a budget that's not of her making. Because believe you me, this budget is going to be, I think the correct term is awful, if not worse. Terrible? Excoriating? We'll go with excoriatingly bad. How's that? Thanks very much. Bye.